Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of the Barroom Boys. I'm Johnny Mondo here with Jack Braverman, Ryan Hodska. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the MLB Trade Deadline, Brittney Griner trade, and we'll have a snake draft featuring the nicest smells. Quite the interesting day today. So what's going on, boys? How we doing?
Pretty good, not too bad.
Doing pretty well. Should we address the elephant in the room?
Yeah.
Happening over at Big Dog Media today with one of our social media guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should. So in case you don't know, if you're watching this, I set up this media company called Big Dog Media. Everything's still in the works for getting it out there, getting it set up. And we brought in one of our boys, Gary, social media guy, Gary. And
I wouldn't call him a guy, I'd call him a novice.
Social media novice, Gary.
He hasn't worked up to
He's not even an
title
apprentice.
being a guy.
He is a novice.
He's a novice.
He's basically learning how to type.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely shows flashes of greatness, but there's definitely a couple large flashes of just dumbassness. So today, I'm scrolling through our group chat for the whole company, and I see a little post in there from one of our boys, EJ, and it's about how our media company is tweeting out comments like we're a bot spam account on Instagram, saying to follow us and all this stuff. Now, I don't know who gave Gary this idea. I don't know where it came from. Actually, I do. It came from Gary's empty ass head. I love him to death, but I mean, we can't have that. It doesn't look professional. It's just he's got to be better.
Should I read out the tweet that he kept?
Yeah.
Justice.
The prompt?
Let the people know.
And by the way, myself, Mondo, and Braverman do not condone any of this action said
We
by
might
Gary.
endorse these tweets. Mind you, we've had Gary in the time since delete all the hundreds of tweets that he replied to with the same comment.
It was ridiculous.
We might have to find a new media guy, but in the meantime, Gary is getting a stern talking to.
About his third day on the job, and he's already causing a ruckus.
But so he tweeted out, "Everyone, please come check out our new media company known as Big Dog Media Co. We are a new company that focuses on pushing out the best sports coverage podcast possible, as well as other entertaining podcasts to keep you occupied." It just sounds like we're like.
It sounds like we're just.
It sounds like we're a radio.
occupied, bro. What does that mean? Like keeping you occupied while you take a shit? What does that mean?
Yeah, this is a great shit podcast. So I'll tell you that.
Bro, it's like, to be fair, podcasts, it's like you're bored, you listen to a podcast, you're driving, you listen to a podcast. Like it doesn't really keep you occupied. It like kind of makes you wander, and it's like something to listen to.
Well, I think that tweeting helped keep Gary occupied during work today, and I think that's all he was doing was just sitting in his office cubicle, just copying and pasting these tweets on every sports tweet that he could possibly find. And I think that was the problem. He ended up sending so many tweets that his brain melted, and he couldn't think anymore.
Yeah. No, I agree. And like we said, the Barroom Boys do not condone of this action. We were not a part of this. We had no idea or ill intention. But Gary will be punished.
Well, we've already addressed the situation, and he has gotten flamed in the group chat.
But I think there should be consequences.
I'll definitely look into potential consequences. Probably something going to be funny. Obviously, I can't have that. Just in general, it's not a good look for us. Makes us look sloppy. I've already talked to him, so I'll figure something out.
We should have him do something embarrassing on the next podcast. Next episode, on coming out on Monday.
We should just give him a call next time.
Yeah, let's get a live interview
No,
from Monday when we record. For Monday's
Live interview.
All right.
We'll get a live interview.
Maybe
and explain himself.
Maybe we'll bring in like a snake draft for dumbest moments, and we'll have him be part of it. And whoever's got the first pick just drafts Gary's tweets.
Yeah, or we just
Dig it in.
do a snake draft and put him last, and we just all pick Gary moments because he's got plenty.
Hey, he does have plenty.
It's
A
only
lot
fair
of
that
shit we
the
can
first big
expose.
dog media controversy is a Gary moment.
Makes too much sense. Makes too much sense.
But moving on, see DK Metcalf just got extended.
Yeah, just landed a $72 million extension, $30 million signing bonus. I'm pretty sure that's the highest ever for a wide receiver. So congrats to him. I don't know who's gonna throw him the ball because
Drew Lock, baby.
Yeah, no, he's not getting much out of that. They should have gone for a quarterback, but
Yeah,
it is
well,
what it is.
the Seahawks were kind of cornered. They lost enough of their good players already. I feel like when I think of the Seahawks giving DK all that money, I think of the shut up and take my money guy.
Yeah,
The Seahawks are just so desperate they'll give $72 million to DK, and he's worth it.
DK is a very talented. I'm not even gonna call him a human. He's a specimen because he is a freak of nature with his body type, and the fact that he can run that fast and jump that high is an ability in itself. So he's definitely worth the money. It's just a shame that he now has not the greatest quarterback with the best track record throwing him the ball. So it's gonna be tough for him this year.
I wonder what color his hair is going to be on kickoff. I'm thinking neon green.
Want to place a bet? I'm going. I'll go blue, like a light, like the navy blue.
Is that what it is now? Is it blue now?
I think it's like a fading away, but
I think he's gonna go with the pink route early in the season.
all right.
Nice early pink to kick it off, really stand out.
Interesting.
So I'm on team blue. Mondo's on team pink, and
I said neon green.
neon green. All right. We'll watch out for that week 1 and report back to you. See who wins. Keep track of that.
Yeah. Another big contract. We didn't get to talk about it last episode because there was a lot of moving parts last time. But Kyler Murray just got a saucy deal that includes arguably one of the funniest little what is it? Read the line
Like
down below.
Yeah, like the small font that everyone else like that they just threw in with the 5 pages of bullshit while he signed his contract.
This
But,
man has an independent study addendum. He has to study a select amount of hours every week with
I
the
believe
stuff
it's
that
4
they
hours
4 hours, yes, that is
of
the
individual study time on his iPad watching film. He can't be playing video games to be distracted. He can't be watching TV to be distracted. He needs to have somebody monitor his study hours at the Cardinals facility or at home just
on
to
a
make sure.
Microsoft tablet.
Hey, Kyler, we're giving you $250 million. Why don't you just open up the iPad and study the playbook a little bit instead of what he's a member of Face Clan, right? He's been gaming a ton, right? He's
Well,
probably by that.
what if he hops on Madden and starts designing the plays that are in his playbook and he runs, online different modes with those plays? Is that allowed?
If he's streaming that, then they could easily, like, if I'm like a person on like the Rams or someone like that, just hop on the stream, just like change my name in the comments so no one knows who I am. And if he's designing those plays, or being like, oh, this play, I'm going to use that one, just taking mental note of that. I'm like, all right, one time in the game that we play him, he's going to run this play and we're going to blow it up.
I give Kyler Murray credit. I know he is scary at Madden. In fact, I think I was watching a video of him playing Madden, and he was the one that taught me to always run stick, like inside the 5-yard line, because you'll always have the slant open.
Yeah, I know, but it's funny. Like, I've seen a lot of takes. I've gotten a lot of opinions on like the whole like studying addendum about Kyler Murray. I even saw someone say that it was on Twitter. It was racist. I thought it was funny. But in my opinion, if you're getting paid $230 million over 5 years and you're asked for 4 hours of your time a week to study a sport that you love and just watch film, like, hell yeah, I'm doing it. Like, it's not, there's nothing to do with like racism or anything like that, like the freak I saw posted on Twitter. But at the end of the day, it makes you wonder if that he's been slacking on that in the previous. Is that why they put that in the contract?
Yeah, is he a liability or is he a leader?
Yeah, is he
Those are the kind of questions we want to know. Kyle.
is he a locker room head case?
250 mil, he better be a fucking leader. I mean,
Yeah.
let's keep
mean,
it a buck.
He's I would say that, and this is just my opinion, that he is a top 10 QB in the league, not top 5, but he has the potential to be because he's still very young. If he gets when he gets DeAndre Hopkins back around week 7, let's see how they do. But if he lives up to the hype and actually maybe studies, could be top 5 by the end of next year.
Kyler needs to win a playoff game this season. That's a given.
Yep.
And then we'll discuss next year.
Yeah. So another take that we'll have to come back to in a year.
How about Zion Williamson's contract? Very similar. Not an independent study clause per se, more of an individual weight clause. Sources are saying that Zion Williamson, as part of his contract with the Pelicans, which I believe is what $250 million or something,
Something ridiculous.
for a man that didn't even play at all last season.
I don't even think he's played like over 50, like 30 games for the team. In the
Granted, when he has played, he's been a beast.
Yeah.
Double doubles, 20-point games, 15 rebound games. He's a beast and he can dunk, but his contract states that from now on, he needs to weigh in at under 295 pounds. That is your weight included in with your body fat percentage, under 295. I don't know what his current weight is, but I mean, a 300-pound basketball player running around on the court, that doesn't seem healthy. So Zion, we're rooting for you, bud. Get that weight down. Start
just
back on the court.
Is it just a one time or is it every time he's fine if he weighs over that limit?
I think if he weighs in at over, like say he's like 285 with like 12% body fat, then I think he's subject to fines.
Then what they should do to make it more entertaining is the Pelicans organization either live stream it or go on like a media outlet like Sports Center and do like a full on like weigh-in like they do.
Zion weigh-in every morning.
Like every Monday. Like
Hey,
Monday
you're
at 10
Big Dog
a.m. you
Media?
wake up, you're watching TV, like right as you're working, you just look on your phone real quick and you see the Zion Williamson weigh-in.
He comes into the room and then he accidentally burps and then you just hear all the media just gasp.
Yep.
Hey, we will host that on Big Dog Media. You heard it here first. Give us a call, Pelicans front office. Let us know. We'll set the whole thing up. We'll make it a great event. And yeah, just give us the opportunity for it.
Zion weigh-in. Let's make it happen.
That'd be fun. Hey, I'd watch it. So
I mean, yeah, I would too. It'd definitely be entertaining.
No, but on the real though, I mean, if Zion is healthy this season,
he's a beast.
Pelicans are low-key scary,
tough, scrappy team last year.
They are. They got in the playoffs without arguably their best player. Brandon Ingram's still a solid player. They got some young guys. Grand Theft Alvarado.
CP3's worst nightmare besides a championship ring.
That is fair. Or the NBA Finals. But
all right, let's move on to the MLB Trade Deadline. Yeah, big news last night. Andrew Benintendi is now a Yankee. So shout out to all my Yankee fans. That is great news for us. So a quick rundown. We got Benintendi for a couple of prospects, none of which would have been used in a trade for Juan Soto. So just keep that in mind. Where does this put the Yankees at now? Now it looks like Juan Soto is more of an option for us rather than a necessity. If we want to go after him, we can. We don't really need to have him on our roster. It's always nice to have a superstar like that. But it definitely pushes other teams like the Mets and the Cardinals and the Dodgers up towards the front of the standings while, we're definitely a sleeper team waiting. Where the Yankees should be going for here, definitely get bullpen help. The bullpen's looking a little sloppy lately, especially with injuries. And then go after a top-tier starter like Luis Castillo or Pablo Lopez. either of those would be great pickups for us at the trade deadline and put us in basically World Series favorites. So big news. Benintendi's a Yankee.
Yep.
Yeah. I hope he has a shitty career and gets hurt. As a Red Sox fan, going from the Red Sox to Yankees, there's been a handful of them. And now I hope they die in a car crash. So,
Beav, I don't know if you saw this one though, but guess who's in last place in the AL East behind the Orioles?
I saw.
Oh.
Spoiler alert,
I mean,
it's the
Boston.
Boston Red
Oh.
Sox.
I
The
know.
actual worst team in the AL East is the Boston Red Sox. It's time to blow it up. It's a rebuild time.
Hey, but the Yankees did lose back-to-back games in the little Subway Series they had the last few games against the Mets. Scherzer was looking nice yesterday. He's in form. City Field was loud, and Mondo, you can't tell me that City Field was not loud. There's clearly a rivalry there.
It was basically a playoff game for them. Of course, it's going to be loud.
You know, baseball was good last night.
Mm-hmm.
Rarity.
I'll give you that. Why we put Joey Gallo in the pinch hit against Edwin Diaz? I don't know. I have no answer to that.
Yeah,
but we did it. So, yeah. So this definitely shakes up the trade market. There's a lot of big names still out there that are looking to get traded. In my eyes, this puts the Mets as the front runner for Juan Soto. How that'll go down, I'm not exactly sure, but it definitely would make the Mets a strong team for playoffs and maybe put them in a World Series contention, at least an LCS. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, the Juan Soto sweepstakes feels like it's stalling right now. I feel like the same teams are interested, just throwing money at them, and Scott Boras is probably working 23 hours a day, just taking phone calls. I think it's going to come to an end very soon, and I think wherever Juan Soto goes, that team will be first place in their division, and we'll have a little playoff run. So we're going to see Juan Soto in the playoffs again this year, and that's exciting because we know what he's done in the past. And look, if the Mets get him, great. If they don't, they're kind of rolling right now. So as long as they keep their heads afloat, they'll win 90 plus games and they'll be fine. But the big teams around this time of the year can never use enough pitching. So
that is true.
This is the time when moves are made to get you through that final stretch. So
yeah, a bunch of big names out there looking to get traded. So this should be a very active trade deadline. So keep watching closely. I know we will. We'll report it the best we can. And whenever we get an update, we'll let you guys know. Now let's kind of move into a topic that, could get us in a little bit of trouble, but it is what it is.
Our podcast might come to an end after it's been a good.
No, it's not. We don't get canceled for this. So let me start this off by saying I feel for Brittney Griner. I hope she gets back soon. What she's going through is horrible. I would never personally want to go through that, especially over a dab pen that's ridiculous. Shouldn't have been that big of an issue, but because of the tensions with the US and Russia, it's naturally going to get blown out of proportion. Now there's news coming out that she could get traded along with an alleged war hero back to the US for a notorious AK dealer. I don't know the name off the top of my head. But let's just say that got the wheels turning a little bit in my head. And I decided to make some mock-ups of my own. So with that, I'm going to have you guys kind of review each offer. Let me know what you think. The first thing we got.
Oh, wait, to clarify, is it like, so you proposed the offer and are me and Beeve like on the same team, like front office, or are we both?
Are me and Hod Saudi Arabia? Pardon me. Are me and Hod Russia?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can play it however you want. I'm just going to let you know what they are.
All right.
Okay.
So the first one, we got Brittney Griner the next war first rounder, and Russia out of the war for for an arms dealer and to keep Edward Snowden.
Saying Brittney Griner and Russia out of the war.
And
Yeah,
a
well-
first rounder in the next war.
That's too much. That's
First round. Yeah.
I
We
don't
get
think
too much.
Putin will not budge on that stance. No.
Yeah.
Okay. My next offer, we have Griner and Edward Snowden for the arms dealer, who, by the way, is the biggest AK arms dealer on the planet.
Yeah, this guy is actually dangerous. Brittney Griner she's a dog on the court. You do not want to mess with her anywhere on a basketball court. But off of it, I'd take my chances with her, and I'd be scared shitless against this guy Victor.
Yeah. This Victor Bout was captured by the U.S. and sentenced to 25 years in maximum security prison. He is, I think, the most dangerous arms dealer in all of Europe, which basically is very scary. Not trying to get too political, but I don't know.
And he could be released into a country at war, needing resources. Just saying.
Yeah.
So it was Griner and Edward Snowden for Victor Bout.
And uncensored internet.
Wow.
But
I think the Russian people would really like uncensored internet.
I agree.
yeah,
We
yeah.
really
but
like our WNBA.
I think the U.S. would hate to give up. That's like the number one pick in the draft.
No, I mean, we'd still get to keep it. We just kind of be like, here's how you do it.
No, I feel like uncensored internet is like
It's not just like a full-on trade.
No.
You still get some rights to it.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
But now we get to talk to more Russians.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think that it's pretty fair. I think both sides would consider it at least.
Yeah, that is something that I would have to do more research on. Look at more of the fine print of the trade and see what, how much of the uncensored internet plays a part in that.
Okay. And now
Yeah,
this last.
Wait, no, I'm starting to think that it's unfair for us because I think that Edward Snowden kind of wants to stay in Russia, right?
Yeah, no, I'm feeling the same. I'm getting a little bit of those vibes too.
Brittney
B.
Griner doesn't even mean anything to them. The fact that we're giving them the uncensored internet, I think that's kind of an overpay for us. But we're gonna get robbed either way because we need Brittney Griner back, and she offers little to no value in a global sense.
Okay. Now this last
Sorry,
deal
sorry,
is
Brittney.
is by far my favorite deal that I've crafted. 3-team deal.
3-team.
Wow.
Wow.
Us, Russia, and Saudi Arabia. Now check this out. So the USA gets back Brittney Griner, lower gas prices. I mean, two crucial things.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Russia gets the arms dealer and a politician to be named later.
Okay.
Pelosi.
And then Saudi Arabia gets Charles Barkley for the Live Tour.
And what about Phil Mickelson? Does he just stay there?
Well, Phil Mickelson's already there. Charles Barkley's still deciding.
Would Barkley be playing in the Live Tour or would be commentating?
He'd be, I guess that's up to him. Probably commentating.
All right. Because I think that he has a higher trade value of if he was playing because he is entertaining to watch on a golf course.
That is fair.
That is true.
But
Also, how are we feeling about Charles Barkley? That he literally said that if the Saudis offer him enough money, that he will straight up leave TNT and go broadcast golf.
I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a
I think
funny.
that's wild.
I think he's a funny person when it comes to announcing and coverage of basketball and other entertainment outlets. I think it'd be a whole like kind of fresh revamp to golf because the announcers are kind of just been dry over the past couple years. Like
Mhm.
there's not been anyone like a Charles Barkley personality that's ever announced golf. But like it would be funny just like the biggest live tournament of the year. You're tuning in on Sunday and it's Charles Barkley on the mic on
Yeah,
18.
Yeah.
but should it be funny? Like, what does Charles Barkley know about golf? And also,
I
like,
mean, we've
Exactly.
watched him a couple times in the match. He did a great job with that. It was really
Yep.
entertaining. It brought in a lot of viewership. So it's kind of like, do you want this big personality, or do you want him to commentate like an actual golf commentator, which is boring
Yeah.
as hell?
I just think it's crazy because he's done so great on TNT. He's won all these awards, and
I
he's
think
Yeah.
everybody's
he also
favorite.
has to do with his crew though. I mean, he's got like obviously he's good, but he's got some studs around him as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, but to leave all that for a golf league that doesn't even have a TV deal yet, they're literally on YouTube. I just
Well,
don't
what
get
if there's like a caveat in his deal where you can come back for Thursday basketball?
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Or was it
tricky.
Wednesday?
I don't know if TNT
Tuesday.
will-
One of them, whichever one he was doing, I forget.
He's the I think he's the TNT Tuesday crew.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. What if they put in a little caveat in his deal? It's like, hey, you can go back and do that too.
I mean, yeah, if they do that, then fuck, bro.
What
That's the
about
best
they
sport.
get a robot and he's on the head of the robot like a TV screen so he can do his broadcast from Saudi Arabia, but like you would it's still
Yeah,
Charles
like they just use like
Barkley.
a
It's
Charles
like
Barkley deep fake.
yeah, it's like a more
animated face.
I
Yeah.
mean, that could work, but what are we thinking about this trade offer? I think this is the one.
I think this could be the one if I'm
We need
looking
lower
at it.
gas prices, and by this point, we need fucking Brittney Griner back for whatever we can get.
Yeah.
If it's an arms dealer, like we got fleeced, but like Russia has fleeced us in the past, you know.
Yeah.
Is what it is. We hope she
Yeah.
gets back soon.
We just
hate
need-
that it's
Sometimes
like
you
that.
gotta take worse trades and you never know what can happen out of it. It could either flop or you can get Loki a steal. But sometimes it takes smaller trades to build up a big trade coming in the works. So take small victories.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, so we're kind of moving quick this episode. So I guess let's get into the snake draft early.
Hell yeah.
We'll keep it short today.
Let's go.
So, based on the last draft, it turns out in the poll, you and I tied in the same amount of votes. So the way I was thinking we could do it is you and I would rock, paper, scissors. Winner decides what the draft order is going to be this time.
Okay.
And now before we do that, I'll lay out the rules of the draft. It's the nicest smells or the smells you enjoy the most. 5 rounds this time because it's going pretty quick, I'd say. Feel free to explain your picks in detail, why you like them, give a story, how we did it last time. But yeah, 5 rounds, 3-man draft, and we're about to pick the order. So put up your weapon.
Bro. Shame. Oh wait.
How do we want to do it?
Yeah, are we Rochambeauing or rock, paper, scissors?
Rochambeau.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all on bow. Rochambeau. All right. You got it. For the listeners, I put paper. Mondo put scissors. So I lost.
For the
Okay.
visually impaired as well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the first pick. Beav, I'm gonna put you at 2.
All right.
Todd, you'll get the other end of the snake.
All right. So same position as last time. If I'm drafting out of the back.
So I think there's an obvious 1-1 when it comes to smells. It's the most iconic that you think of. The new car smell. I mean, there's no better pick than the new car smell.
Yeah.
There it is. First pick of the draft, an obvious 1-1 for anyone listening.
Smells like hard work. Smells
Yeah.
like hard work paying off.
Yeah. It smells like,
Victory.
yeah.
Victory, fresh leather.
Nothing
Yeah.
like
All right, Beef, you're on the clock.
All right. With pick number 2 in the smell draft, I'm gonna take Sharpies.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Right
not
up
saying
your alley.
I'm not
too.
saying this in like a weird way. Like I sit there and open up the Sharpie and just like shove it up my nose to get like some kind of buzz.
I watched you do that. Don't lie.
Um, I'm not gonna say anything like that, but yeah, no, I just love Sharpie smell. You know, when you're writing down something with a Sharpie, and then you kind of get that after scent of like the strong ink just coming into your nostrils. It
Mhm.
makes you feel some type of way, you know. And I like that Sharpie smell. What can I say?
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. Odd.
All right. I feel like I'm kind of obligated to pick this one with my first pick because it's actually right next to me. And I've smelt this smell all throughout my house today, mainly my kitchen. When my mom made freshly baked homemade chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, huge
And
pick.
I got some right next to me.
Those look good.
Yeah. Take a bite.
Yeah, we're in the middle of moving right now, and we're doing open houses and stuff. So we always cook a bunch of chocolate chip cookies beforehand to get the house smelling, pristine.
Yeah. And then my second pick on the Snakes, first pick of the second round. I think this I don't know a single person that dislikes this certain thing. If you do dislike it, I may never talk to you again. But bacon.
Yep.
I think it's pretty straightforward.
That's a 1-2 punch.
it's-
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
to be fair, there are a lot of people that don't like bacon just because like they don't eat meat, you know.
yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, but I mean, I've actually smelt a bacon candle, a Yankee candle, and it was the worst thing I've ever smelt in my life. But just bacon coming out of the oven, sizzling on the
What
grill.
did the candle smell like? It smell like overcooked bacon?
Oh, it just was like you go into the candle store and you smell like lavender and like fresh mint and stuff like that. Like all these like nice smells, very like relaxing. And then that one's just very loud in your, it's kind of like a Gary. If I had to put it like just very loud, it's there. You don't really want it to be there, but sometimes it just shows up. But yeah,
Doing Gary dirty today.
Gary would be a shitty bacon scented Yankee candle.
yeah. So that's the best way to describe a bacon candle, but that's not what I picked. I've just picked straight up bacon.
Great smell.
Steve?
All right, with my second pick, joining Sharpies, I'm gonna say new books. Whenever you open a book, you get that like the scent of like it's like almost like a wood scent, like from the paper. You know what I mean? Like a textbook, magazine, like pamphlet, just like
Turkey sandwich type beat right here.
anything with like paper. You just open it and like flip through it, and you get that like new page scent. Like you feel
Oh, yeah.
you feel like you're sniffing in the knowledge. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, great pick, Beeve. I think with that pick, it definitely secured you last place on the poll.
Again.
you haven't even heard the rest of my picks. I'm about to. That was like
Okay.
throwing it in there.
When we talk great smells, top of the line smells, I don't think anything would be complete without this. Yeah, you went down the bacon route for the early morning meals. Let's say, your dad wakes up and he wants to cook you dinner. What if he wants to cook you some barbecue?
Yeah, I was just
I mean, come on.
that was on my list. Good old fashioned barbecue, smoker.
Yeah,
Oh.
anything smoked. Yes,
Oh.
please.
And I feel like another iconic smell that we can't leave out May like it, you may not, but it is iconic. It deserves to be, should have been a first round pick in my eyes. Gasoline. The
Yeah,
smell of gasoline, it's iconic.
it's addictive. It's
It
like
is. You can't
explain
stop
like
smelling
why
it.
you like it, but it's just you do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone does. Interesting. Yeah, so for my next pick, we got Sharpies and new books already on the roster. My third pick, um, leather. Leather is going to be my next pick.
Yeah.
You got done for this one? Leather.
There it is, man. Good for
I know
you.
you're a big baseball guy. Fresh glove, got that leather. Doesn't matter how you use your glove is really. You can still smell that cowhide. Leather gloves, leather jackets, leather pants. Anything leather. If it's made from the right part of the cow, the right part of the world, that shit's gonna smell good. You already know.
Yeah. I agree.
All right. Leather. Good boy, B.
All right. With my next pick, I just completely blanked out and forgot what I was gonna say. I had it up on my phone. Oh, yes. That is it. Another morning. This would actually go great with my second smell, bacon. Another morning, tight beat. Wake up in the morning, getting ready to go to work. Whether you go out for it, you make it yourself. Nice
Ooh.
cup of coffee.
Cup of Joe.
Good old cup of Joe. Some donut shop. Just smells great, whether it's out of the Keurig, whether it's from Starbucks, whether it's just in a pot. Always smells good.
Can't go
They're ready.
wrong there.
Yeah, hypes you up. And my last pick.
You got one more after this one.
Oh, we
5
do?
rounds today.
Oh, bet 5 rounds. That's huge. Because I was debating, but now it's maybe my other one will get there. But as a person who grew up playing sports, there is nothing like the smell of walking out onto the field with a fresh cut of grass.
This is true.
Yeah.
It just smells nice. It's inviting to play on, whether it's a soccer field, on a golf course.
I think that can also be paired with like morning dew.
Yeah.
Grass,
Yeah.
morning dew.
Mhm.
That could be like one.
But freshly cut grass, for some reason, it just kind of hits in the
Beautiful.
moment.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Steve?
Yeah, I can't lie. I had fresh cut grass on my list. I was probably gonna say it if Hod didn't say it. But now I'll go with another fire one. Lavender is my next pick. Lavender is one of the best candle scents in recorded human history. If you think of the color purple and you think of what it smells like, shame on you if you think grapes, because the first thing you should think of when you think of the smell of purple should be lavender. And the fact that a scent can define a color says something about the power of lavender. It's a beautiful scent. I really can't say anything bad about lavender. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. I love lavender.
Not a bad pick at all.
And I think that's a pretty universal, like,
Good
pick.
job, Steve. Redemption, here it comes. So, another famous food smell. You're getting ready to watch a movie. I mean, let's just start there. You're hungry. You look in the pantry. What do you find? Some
pops.
popcorn.
Oh boy,
Popcorn.
if Smeej is listening right now,
He's going nuts.
get some toilet paper.
So yeah, popcorn's definitely a big one. And then I'm gonna go with another iconic smell. Can't be beat. Everyone's done it. Everyone's enjoyed it, whether they say it or not. You're going to play some, activities with your boys. You hit up whatever, Dick's Sporting Goods, Walmart, you find yourself tennis racket. What else? Nice can of tennis balls. What's better than opening a fresh can of tennis balls?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
That is a great smell.
Steve, don't sit here with that look.
I'm just trying to think of the smell that brings. I feel like that's more of like like an activity, like
A sensation.
Action. A sensation. Yeah. I can't really think of the smell. Maybe I haven't
can
opened
smell
up
it.
tennis balls.
You don't open the can and go, you've never done that?
Nah,
I know you're capping.
maybe with a Sharpie, but never with. Next time I'll do it.
Whatever, book boy. Stop the cap.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm up, right? Yeah. So my
Yeah,
next
last
pick. My last pick.
Yeah.
All right, my last pick is sunscreen. I feel like when you're outdoors,
This man hates on the tennis ball one and goes to sunscreen. I love it.
when you're outdoors and it's hot out, and especially like when you're at the beach and you got the ocean breeze, sunscreen is just such a perfect mix with that scent, like the scent of the ocean. Just goes so well with sunscreen. But I did have a little caveat. Not the guy who applies it everywhere and it smells like sunscreen indoors. Like if you're that guy and like you're indoors and like it's hot out, but like you also want to protect your skin, I get it. You're walking with a white nose and you're just stinking up the room when everybody's just trying to chill in the air conditioning. Like that's not cool. But other than that, like sunscreen is a great smell, and like it's also like really good. It's means like yeah, you take care of your skin. So
Yeah. No debate. I think I might have gotten the steal of the draft with the last spot. But this one is very universal and has a diverse kind of smell in terms of that it has different forms that still are pleasantly to smell. And that is mint. Anything mint. Whether it's mint toothpaste, whether it is the spice or the herb mint, whether it is a mint like physical like Tic Tac or a mint like that. I just think or gum. It's just an overall great smell. I mean, you brush your
True.
teeth with it every day, basically.
yeah.
So everyone loves not smelling bad breath. So
Yeah, I mean, steal the draft. I don't know. I think it's a good value pick.
yeah.
But, it's not bad at all.
But
Beef.
right.
All right, so to run through it, I took new car, barbecue, gasoline, popcorn, and opening a can of tennis balls. Beef took Sharpies, books, leather, lavender, and sunscreen.
Lavender might be the steal of the draft. Talk about a steal. Lavender. I was gonna say vanilla. I would have just swept right
vanilla
there.
Vanilla is on my mind.
And then hot chocolate chip cookies, bacon, coffee, fresh cut grass, and mint.
Oh wow, that's the win.
Todd, I'll potentially see you in the rock, paper, scissors to start off the next draft.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely not going.
That is the winner.
Hey, I think in the back of my mind, I'm 2 for 2 drafting out of the 3 spot. So
Yeah, I mean, whoever wins gotta keep them out of that.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
yeah. Want to go
Honorable mentions?
Yeah, honorable mentions. Monty, you want to start? Just go in the order that we drafted in.
Yeah, I got a couple actually. So, first of all, anything that's like watermelon scented,
Yeah.
I think is like a good pick. Any like cinnamon roll type thing or like a brownie.
Yeah, great choice.
I have one more. What was it? Sausage and onions. Like that kind of that cooked
That
food
combo?
smell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I guess for my honorable mention, we'll start with Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, those are a great smell. I remember a buddy of mine when I was growing up, his dad used to like after Christmas he'd rip off all the branches and throw it in like a bucket and put it in like the trunk of his car, and the car would smell like the Christmas tree for like the next few weeks.
Yep.
And I'd say my other honorable mention would be vanilla.
Okay.
It's like goated. It's like just like soft on the nose. Like you can taste the like it's I don't want to get too descriptive here, but we all love vanilla. So
Yep. I agree. Vanilla was one of my honorable mentions. Another one was the city of Venice, Italy. All the good vibes on the water and the pizza and pasta on literally every corner.
Okay. Have you been there before?
I have.
Oh,
Once.
you know it smells good, right? Then?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just making sure because
Nah. Yeah, I've been there when I was around 13 years old. A little hot, but it was a very pleasantly smell.
no, I don't want the Italians in our comments like, no, Venice smells like shit. What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Well, mainly it was just the pizza and pasta. Like anywhere in Italy.
No.
But another shout out was anything that has not been touched or been near Gary Gowdy. That was almost going to be my last round pick.
Wow, how did I forget out of all the best smells?
Yeah, so anything that has not been touched, seen, or been in the same room as Gary Gowdy smells great. Jack Braverman, our co-host, actually wrote a song, unreleased, by the way, and comparing him to a market in Shanghai. For how bad he smelled.
The wet market.
The wet market in Shanghai. And yeah, he does not smell great, in addition to him being a moron when it comes to social media. So
Oh, bro, you guys are murdering him today.
Yeah.
Shout out Gary, our social media guy.
Yeah, one love, Gary. But
look, for anyone that hasn't figured out yet, Gary's the loving punching bag of the group. We love him to death. He takes a lot of shots here and there, but
I mean,
there's no one better.
Yeah, I mean, might as well get it out on the second pod, make it known. But
Gary, go in the shower or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Get some soap. But yeah.
Gary, why don't you take a good hard listen to all these beautiful, great smells that we just listed and incorporate them into your life, and maybe you'll see some positive change.
Yeah. But I guess, you know, okay, I think that's enough Gary slander for today. But my last honorable mention was cinnamon buns. Homemade cinnamon buns.
Cinnamon buns.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
But yeah.
All right.
Good draft.
Yeah, hell of a draft by the two of us. Steve, it was a noble attempt at being out there with your picks. I love it.
Maybe in the comments, leave some advice for us drafting, mainly Beeve. I don't think I need it, but yeah, just let us know your thoughts. Let us know your picks, honorable mentions. So
yeah, great draft today, but just like every draft that we see in sports, you know, there's always those sleeper picks, you know, the ones that you least expect to come out on top. And I think we saw some of those picks in my draft, you know, particularly Lavender. I got robbed of the freshly cut grass pick. And my honorable mention, one of them was vanilla. I mean, like, come on. So
yeah, but yeah, it's just, sometimes there's steals in the draft, and sometimes there are Sam Bowies of the draft, which was new books for you.
Bro, your honorable mention would have been your best pick. That's mind blowing.
it is what it is.
All right. That's going to do it for today's episode. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Barroom Boys. Listen to this either on Spotify or YouTube or both if you really like us. There will be a poll either on Instagram or Twitter or Spotify. More information to come. Keep refreshing social media. We'll let you know. Yeah, so that's going to do it for today. We'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.